And we are back for another episode of Intern TV Season 2 here on Neumann Media at the beautiful campus of Neumann University. I'm Matt Dopp. We have a great show for you today. We're bringing on Amanda Cunningham. She did a really exciting internship with the Preston and Steve Show. That's a morning show here around Philadelphia. That's a really big deal, so excited to talk to her about that. But before we bring her in, we got to bring on the two co-hosts that make this show fantastic, Andrew Golden, Jeff Wilson. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a little disappointed in you, though.
Oh, are you? Why is that?
You shaved the mustache. I told you to keep the mustache, and you shaved it.
I did. We were on spring break last week, so I figured no one was going to see me, so I had a pretty good 2.5-week mustache go, and it was a lifestyle. But I've seen too many pictures of people in the 90s and 80s with bad mustaches, and I realized that this is not something I would want anyone in the future to see. So I did shave the mustache. But,
also the warm weather. Keep the lip a little cooler.
Let the lip breathe.
Let the lip breathe, exactly.
I'll tell you what, though, like I said,
Still disappointed.
I'll tell you what, though, it was a lifestyle. The other day I was walking, and I saw someone getting pickpocketed, and usually I would keep on walking. But then I realized, I had a mustache, I got to do something about this, so I did a citizen's arrest.
That's a heroic act.
That's
honorable.
You'll never do that again because you shaved your mustache.
I just keep on walking.
You
That's
lost
obviously
all
a
of your
joke. I
powers.
didn't see that happen, but if I did, I realized I had. If I did see that, I would have to do a citizen's
You
arrest.
had the ability to stop that person.
I had
if
the
it
ability
happened.
Because of the mustache.
Just because of the mustache.
But no more
Big.
mustache.
No more mustache, so.
Don't go to France. I think people get pickpocketed there.
I'm not going. I don't plan on it.
Not with me anyway, with no mustache. But Jeff, how you doing?
I'm good. I think it's time.
Think it's time?
I think it's time.
It is time. Bring our guest in.
Bring her in.
Bring her in. Hey, Amanda Cunningham, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, just chit-chatting about various things. Excited to talk about your internships. Like I said, you interned for the Preston and Steve Show. It's a morning show. So just take a little bit about, tell us a little bit about what you have going on there.
Yeah, so like you said, I interned for the Preston and Steve Morning Show on 93.3 WMMR. So I guess my tasks are kind of pretty simple. I log the entire morning show, which is kind of just describing what's going on in each break. So, but I mean, it's not word for word, so I'm not sitting there writing every single thing they say. But it's just kind of each break I write an overview of what happens and all that stuff. And then I just have little other little tasks I create guest sheets for the upcoming guests that's on the next morning. So with that, I just kind of, gather information of who's going to be on, background information if they're new. I get information for what they're promoting on the show the next morning. So just kind of fun little facts. And then I do add, cool things about them that I would think everyone on the show would find interesting. So that's that. And then any other little projects we have that they send our way, we work on and everything. So it's just kind of an abundance of things, but it's really fun, and it's pretty simple now that I'm used to it. So
landing this big internship with the Preston and Steve Show, I know a lot of people get nervous or have certain thoughts or feelings before they walk into the building or start their job. Did you have any of those feelings, and what were they?
I was definitely nervous. We are virtual for this internship, so I'm doing it from home. But still, it's kind of this was my dream internship, so being able to get it was mind-boggling. I mean, it still is, in my opinion. I still get nervous, because I always want to do my best. I always want to make sure I'm doing the right thing, and I know it's all a learning experience, but I every piece of feedback that I get, I make sure I work on the next time and everything. So, yeah, I was nervous. I still am, but I definitely think I'm more comfortable now than when I started in October, I think it was. So, yeah, it's just all a learning experience. But I'm very excited every time I intern. So I'm very grateful for that.
So I know you're very involved here with Neumann Media and, a lot of the production. So, obviously you had an idea maybe of what you were going to get into with this internship, but how difficult was it to do this internship virtually rather than being able to be in the studio with the show?
I guess it was a little difficult because I'm not in studio. There are other tasks that we would be doing if we were in studio. So not being able to have hands-on experience with everything and everyone is kind of a little bit tricky, because I think that would definitely help with my learning process. But still having everything I learned here in Neumann and Neumann Media specifically, especially with my own radio show, I think it definitely gives me a little bit more of a cushion to work with and to get into the groove of things a lot more easily. And just being able to have those resources that I have here and using it in my internship definitely made it better. But like I said, I definitely feel like I would be utilizing those resources a little more if I was in studio. But I mean, with everything going on, I'm just going to take what I can get and be grateful for it.
Absolutely.
It's a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
So Jeff just brought it up. You do a lot of work here at Neumann Media. You've probably been working with our show behind the scenes for probably the whole year now. And then sort of your two worlds kind of got to collide at Camp Out to Hunger, which Camp Out to Hunger is a week-long event around Thanksgiving where, the Preston and Steve Show and that whole radio place set up, at the Philadelphia Sports Complex. And they raise money, they raise food, and it's kind of like a big, long thing. And Neumann gives all the technical support. So what was it like working Camp Out to Hunger, as, intertwining with the internship and Neumann Media? And I know that Preston and Steve even shouted you out during the broadcast.
Yeah, that was definitely really cool when I got that shout out. They hadn't really seen or met any of us yet because of the pandemic. They aren't able to have in-person guests, so being able to meet them, they're the nicest group of people I could have ever met. And just we had a little task. Just they had a drive-through banner that you could take a picture of yourself, and I was the one taking pictures, and they just shouted all the interns out for everything we've done. And Preston said, "There's our intern Amanda outside," and I waved to them, and it was super cool because it was something that I don't know, it was just, this is my internship and I'm really grateful to be doing it. But yeah, so Camp Out for Hunger this year was completely different than last year. I was fortunate enough to help out both years, but I mean, because of the pandemic, they had to revamp the entire thing, no in-studio audience, the bare minimum amount of people were there. So it was definitely a different vibe, but it was still I still learn something every day, even just by listening and standing there and listening to the show. There's new things that I can learn, but it's just, yeah, I definitely learned a lot from being there with all the craziness and the hoopla. That's definitely an energy that was missed this year, but being able to bring my experience from video shoots and whatnot to that was definitely a big plus.
So us being new kind of to this communication department world, and I'm sure Matt and Jeff can agree, we've been able to meet some great people and great professors who've kind of prepared us throughout our journey through this television show. How well have they prepared you for these experiences?
Oh, I'd say all of my professors definitely were a huge part in preparing us for everything that we're doing now and everything that we're going into the future. I definitely think that Sean McDonald specifically was a huge part because, he's had hands-on experience with a lot of this, especially with WMMR, and just giving his wisdom and his experiences with his work with them and other industries, and showing us what needs to be done. So us being able to help out with an event such as Camp Out for Hunger and considering how big it is definitely something that we can take as we experience it, and then when we go off into the world, we can utilize those materials that we've gained and just use it in a different way depending on the setting that we're in. So I definitely think everybody here at Neumann, and especially everybody at Neumann Media, is a huge bit part of who I've become as I've joined this major. And it's just, we're very fortunate to have a group of people like this with us in our college years.
Hey, Jeff, before you go
ahead.
She did such a good job at plugging the program.
Oh, yeah.
I think she deserves the story.
The story change.
She's got to have it after that.
I agree.
Come on, throw that shade on in.
There we go.
Look at that, bling bling.
There it is. Was
There
that
it is.
14 karat gold right
That's
there?
14 karat gold.
That's nice.
Almost cost $14.
Okay. All right, so I got one final question.
I mean, I've grown up listening to WMMR and Preston and Steve in particular, but I never really had a dream to be in radio. it wasn't really until I transferred here last year and I stepped into that radio station that we have, and it just somehow connected with me. It felt like I was supposed to be there my first 2 years of college. So working so hard and just trying to like build myself up and to become who I am through everything that I've done here, and then having my own radio show because I aspire to be on the radio one day, and just every time I turn that microphone on and I'm starting to go over the airwaves on our little 75-watt station, just is something that I'm preparing myself for if for one day I do get the opportunity to work for a station such as WMMR or any other radio station that's willing to hire me. So this internship has been so amazing, and I couldn't be more thankful to have it, especially now during the pandemic. It's definitely an experience I will never forget.
Love that.
Amanda, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Really was.
I try.
That really touched my heart a little bit.
Oh, I'm glad.
I'll tell you what, I know that it sounds like you're ready to enter a career in radio and you're ready to have your own TV show. But I hope you're ready for what's coming, because we got quick
Yeah,
six.
here we go.
We're going to fire 6 questions at you quick, and we hope you can answer them. So, Jeff, you're up.
Here we go. If you could live in any state in the United States of America, which would you pick?
California, San Diego.
Oh, very
Nice.
Specific.
If NASA came to you and said that they discovered a new planet in the Milky Way galaxy and they wanted you to name it, what would you name it?
The Amanda Factor.
Okay.
I don't know.
If you were offered $1 million, but you had to run a mile in under 6 minutes and 30 seconds, could you do it?
No, absolutely not. Running is not my forte.
Would you rather ride a bicycle or ride a scooter for the rest of your life?
A scooter, because I don't know how to ride a bike.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. So, what's your favorite type of countertop?
I like marble.
That's good.
That's good.
Marble's nice.
What is your spirit animal?
Oh,
That's a
a
good
panda. That's what a lot of people call me. So I'd say that was my spirit
I'm
animal.
sorry, say that again. What was it?
A panda.
A panda,
I like
panda.
that.
I like that.
They're
like
nice
that.
creatures.
Yeah. Well, animal.
I like that. Yeah,
It's an animal, not a creature.
it's an animal, sorry, not a creature.
It's
Hey, that
okay.
was good, though.
That was good.
quick.
That was good.
Ready for it? So, Amanda, I was talking to you in the radio station the other day, and you did something, and I said, we cannot go through this whole episode without this not happening. You dabbed, so we got to get a dab out of you. The show can't end without an Amanda Cunningham dab.
Can we all dab?
I guess we could all dab.
Yeah, let's all dab. It'll make me feel better.
All right.
All right.
I
On
guess
3.
Give us a countdown.
3, 2, 1. Dab.
dab.
Although I guess that really wasn't
You gotta
on
hold
3.
it.
'cause it
Yeah, yeah, just a multiple dab.
It's so 2014, but it's so funny.
It's a move that will never die.
Never will.
Dab.
Dab.
That was right.
Watch your mic there, bud.
Watch it. Well,
I
hey,
almost ate
Amanda.
it.
Hey, man, we had a lot of fun talking to you, and it seems like you got a lot of good things going on. And I know you're a senior graduating next December, so good luck with everything you have going on until then. And good luck continuing in this internship. And, you know, after you graduate, getting a job. We'll certainly be following your career because we know it's going to be going to the moon.
To the
so we
moon.
can't thank you enough for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciated it, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, we had fun in return. So, hey, thank you, Jeff, for coming.
Thank you, Matthew.
You're a great
Thank you,
co-host.
Andrew, as well. I feel like I never say thank you.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
always
It's
say
always
Matt.
me.
Well,
thanking
Jeff,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right.
All right. And hey, thank you to all of our fans, everyone watching. Without you, this show wouldn't be possible. Thanks to everyone at Neumann Media, Neumann University. We hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Intern TV.
At top. Thank you. I forgot to say thank you. Too.
Thank you.
Take us home.